I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome to the after show of The Masked Singer, Season 3. Oh my God. I'm your host, Bria Williams, and I have been a fan since Season 1, so I am so excited that we are now at Season 3. And to my left, we have Trina Dong, who she is a super fan.
Yes.
She actually listened to the original Masked Singer from Korea.
Yeah, the South Korean version.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And then to her left, we have Rob Stiles, who is a master of all things music. Yes.
Thank you.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
I'm good.
Great. Well, just for our listeners back at home and our viewers, we just want to let you know that we are going to be covering both the first and the second episode. As you know, the first episode aired on the Super Bowl, and the last episode aired last Wednesday. So we're getting all caught up before tomorrow. So stay tuned. So we had 6 contestants revealed last week.
Yes.
So we had the Llama.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We had Miss Monster. We had the White Tiger.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Kangaroo. And we also had the Turtle and the Robot.
Yes.
Yes.
So overall, just a quick question. What do you guys think of the reveals of the new characters?
They're fun. The costumes are really fun this time
Yeah.
around, right?
My favorite's the turtle. I like his.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Because he's got the jacket on with the,
Yeah, he's a little
with the
spiky.
shell on the back, you know.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really cool.
Okay, well, let's just jump right into the competition. So let's talk about the Llama first. So between the first and the second episode, the Llama saying it's not unusual, and as well as Oompa transformation. So what did you guys think of the Llama?
I thought he had a really smooth voice. I was not expecting it from all the clues, like the comedian clues and things like that, but he sounded good. And so it threw me off a little bit.
Yeah, the first performances, I was like, okay, this is pretty good. But the second one, I was like, whoa, because night and day between the first one and the second one. I really think he nailed the old Tom Jones song.
Yeah.
For the second one.
I felt like all of the clues were kind of deterring me away from anybody I thought
Yeah.
it could have
Yeah.
been, because they were just so sporadic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Seattle clue.
Yeah, that threw me off.
Me too.
Once they said Seattle, I was like, okay, who could this be? Like I had no guess.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And he had to carry around that back end the whole time?
Yeah,
I know.
that was a little funky. I was like, okay, his back end is on wheels. It's like,
Yes.
so he would like move and it would just rotate left and right. I'm like, what is that?
So did you guys have any guesses of who you thought it might have been?
I had no clue. I just knew that it was a well-spoken comedian, and I couldn't figure it out because Seattle got me.
Yeah, I didn't know. Somebody said something about Kelsey Grammer because of the show Frasier and it's set in Seattle. But I was thinking, Kelsey Grammer, I don't think he would ever do anything like that. And I don't know the way his voice sounds, he sounds like he could possibly sing, but I just can't see Kelsey Grammer doing anything like
Or
that.
moving.
Yeah, or moving.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I couldn't see him getting down. Kelsey Grammer.
I know too, a lot of the judges thought like Johnny Knoxville. They had they just felt like there was a lot of like Jackass references in there.
Yeah.
So they thought it was him. I know they thought Joe McHale.
Yeah.
So I feel like the judges were kind of all over the place as well.
Right.
Sure.
Well, we can't trust Ken anyway. Ken says anything.
Puts
so.
any clues together and just runs.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's kind of a step up. He moved up a step, although he's joking all the time, because last season, remember, he had that. He was the only one that got it right.
Yeah.
Oh, with the basketball player, Victor Oladipo, yeah.
Yes, Mr. Thingamajig.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he has earned a little bit more respect. I always said last season that they kept Ken for the funny.
For sure.
Right.
But I feel like he's starting to take himself a little bit more serious, too, because he surprised himself even getting it right.
Yeah.
That's true.
I know.
And doing a little more research, maybe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe. And they had a whole season of him saying crazy stuff, And then
Change it up.
One time, like, bam, he was like dead to rights. Like,
Right.
I was amazed.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Okay, so let's move on to Miss Monster. What do you guys think of Miss Monster.
I love that voice. It's old, it's powerful. It's a seasoned voice, But I can't figure out who that is because there's so many old, like great singers, with voices like that. But it's not a distinctive, one of the distinctive, voices from back in the day. So I'm clueless, but I love what she's doing. I love her voice.
Yeah. And they keep alluding to royalty.
Yeah.
Every time in the presence of royalty this. The Titanic clue threw me a bit when the painting, I really don't, but maybe it's because of the jewelry.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And did you saw the Queen chess piece on the?
Yes.
Yeah, that threw me off too. I have no clue.
And the drawing.
Yeah.
And then also her obsession with Mr. Monster.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that they somehow should have something in common.
Right. It's really confusing. But I also agree with you, Rob, how you said she's more seasoned.
Yeah.
But they also had a guess that it was Mary J.
Mary J.
Yes.
But we would know that voice.
That's what I think too.
I think it sounds like Macy Gray. But it doesn't make any sense with any of the clues. But it just has that rasp, and that controlled rasp.
Yes.
Yeah.
The also the judges thought that it was who was another one? Dolly Parton.
That one didn't get me.
I didn't
didn't
think
get
so
me either.
either.
Yeah.
Because Dolly Parton has like a distinctive, that old country, Tennessee twang,
so
You'd know.
Yeah, I think everybody would know.
Yeah, and then Dionne Warwick, I know, was another one that they thought they are always guessing Dionne Warwick.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be still, right?
That could be.
Yeah, that's one that I'm like, okay, maybe, because Dionne Warwick has a fantastic voice, but it's not like, for me, and I know some other people, if we heard Dionne Warwick, we wouldn't be like, okay, that's Dionne Warwick.
For sure.
Right.
But like Aretha Franklin or somebody like Patti LaBelle, like, I would know that.
Yeah.
Like,
Right
that's
away.
a head-turning voice,
Okay, so let's move on to who do we have? White Tiger. What do you guys think of the White Tiger?
I mean, bless the white tiger. He is always, just like Jamie Foxx said, he's always about half a beat behind.
Yes.
And so just trying to figure, I think it's Gronkowski, like everybody's saying.
Really?
Yeah.
I kind of think so too. But and also we haven't heard him sing at all. It's been more
Right.
of the rap thing, you
Yeah.
know, each one. And so
It's saying he's a party boy, he
Yeah.
likes block parties, he dances to
Yeah.
heal the soul, and that's kind of the Rob Gronkowski vibe, I think.
yeah, remember when they lost the Super Bowl? He was at the club the same
Yeah,
night
of
dancing on the
course.
stage. So I'll never forget that because I was like, wait a minute, you guys just lost the Super Bowl. Why are you
No.
partying? So him dancing away the pain, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they did have that New England.
Yeah, the clam.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had that New England. Why am I losing the word? Hint.
Yeah.
There we go. But on the second episode, they mentioned that they thought it was Hulk Hogan, and I kind of thought maybe it was just the volume on my TV.
I think it's the
Yeah.
height, though, that
That's-
gets me.
Yeah.
That I don't, it could, that's not out of nowhere, I don't think. It could be, but I think it's just the height.
But both of them are kind of like around the same height, Hulk Hogan and Ron.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, Ron, I think, is around 6'4", 6'5", and I think Hulk Hogan was around.
Is he really?
Yeah.
My vision
He's
of
huge.
him is like in the fives.
Yeah, me too.
Wait a minute, 5 feet tall?
In the five
Who,
range.
Hulk Hogan or Ron going? Oh no,
Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan is huge.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good to know. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm still voting for Hulk Hogan for this
Okay.
one, but you guys have Rob.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to the kangaroo.
Yes.
So sweet.
Oh, her story, her sweet comeback
Fighter.
kid story.
Right. I'm rooting for her, whoever
me too.
she is.
Yeah, me too. I think it's Jordan Woods.
You think so?
Yes, but the second episode got me to kind of drift away from that because she said something about being on the same list as Seal and Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
And then she also said she wants to keep it positive for her little Rue. So meaning that she may have either a child or a well-known like kid sister that we know, maybe.
Right.
And that's not Jordan Woods.
Well, I got thrown off a little bit by the clues because they had her at the basketball court
Yeah.
and the whole thing with the boxing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe it's some type of MMA fighter or
Sure.
a professional baskall player or former basketball player. So I'm really confused. I feel that it's an athlete of some sort.
Yeah, I know the judges mentioned Candace Parker, which I
Yeah.
could see. I don't know Candace Parker to have a good voice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
But I feel like the
specifically.
kangaroo kind of has, she has tone.
She has a
Yes.
good voice for like a just a person.
Right, an athlete if that's what we think that she is.
Sure. Right.
They also talked about Tatiana Ali we know her from Fresh Prince.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But she had hits though.
Yes.
Yeah. She did.
A hit, maybe.
Fine. She had a hit though.
And then Ken, of course, he had to throw in the funny with Gabrielle Union because of the whole basketball reference and her being on the sideline watching Dwayne Wade. I don't think it's Gabrielle Union, though.
I don't think so either.
Me either.
It sounds like a pretty young girl.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll keep it at that. All right, let's move on to the turtle. What do you guys think of the turtle?
Yeah, I dig Turtle's voice.
Yeah.
I really think he's like, they say boy band, and I have a feeling it's a boy band. I just, I want to say maybe somebody from either. I know this is basic, but either NSYNC or Backstreet Boys. I just can't tell who from either of those bands. But I don't know. I thought about JC Chavez from NSYNC, and Backstreet Boys. I don't know who because I don't. As far as any of their voices, I don't recognize them. But from NSYNC, I recognize Justin Timberlake or JC.
I am almost positive that it's Jesse McCartney.
You think so?
It sounds just like him. But again, the second episode had me tripping because they said that he's supposed to act a certain way, which we would think the boy band thing, but that way meant like the rocker way, and he said he wanted to sing love songs. And so now it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
But the voice does sound exactly like him.
Okay, so I'm just going to write that down.
Yeah.
The judges mentioned Zac Efron.
Zac Efron's voice, I mean, as a High School Musical fan, that's not his voice.
That's what I was thinking too. I just think that his voice is a little bit better. Stronger.
Yeah, like a little thicker.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and they did say, like, what were you voted most likely? And he was the one to, like, chase booty or whatever they said.
Oh, yes.
So he's definitely known as, like, a ladies' man.
Yeah.
Is the clue.
I think so too. I definitely think it's someone in a boy band.
Could be a boy rock band, though. Could be like an emo band. Could be something like that.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything for that. I just, with the whole chasing booty thing, I don't know if I was thinking when it first happened, I was like, okay, I don't want to overthink this, but I was thinking like pirates for some reason because when pirates, when they raid a ship, whatever they take is their booty.
So it's like Orlando
it's weird.
Bloom?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
We don't know.
I think you started a fire here. I'm gonna be at home looking up.
What does Orlando Bloom sound like?
Exactly.
Okay, but last but not least, let's talk about the robot. So, what did you guys think about the robot?
He had fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Lots of fun. Very specific tone.
Yeah.
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, for a singing voice.
Really?
But not like, I'm not saying that it was the greatest. I'm just saying it was
Right.
very like a specific way to sing.
Yeah. And I figured out who that was.
You
like
did.
As soon as I'm like, okay, I know who this
See,
is.
I was just like, it can't be.
Oh my gosh, no. I was sure that it was Big Sean.
Oh, that
The
would have been.
height, how Nicole mentioned how skinny he was.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's Big Sean.
That could have been. That's a good one. That could have
Right?
been true. Yeah.
Who the judges also mentioned it being for the robot, Johnny Knoxville again, Steve-O, Floyd Mayweather.
Those guys are big.
Yes.
I
Oh,
would
Floyd
love to see
Mayweather
Floyd
isn't that
Mayweather
big.
He's not?
do that.
I don't think
No,
so.
he's a little.
Okay. I don't. Apparently, I know nothing about height.
I mean, he is a little. Though.
Yeah,
He's
no.
fighting like lightweight.
Okay.
or middleweight.
Got it.
One of those.
Okay, so talking about the 6 overall, who was your favorite?
The turtle.
Turtle?
Yeah. I think he's got the best voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on the turtle train too.
Really? Okay, I'm on the kangaroo train just because I'm here for the story and I'm
For
rooting
sure.
for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can back that up too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Well, let's talk about who went home. So let's talk about the
Yes.
first episode. So during the first episode, Robot unfortunately had to go home.
Mm-hmm.
And then the robot was
Ugh.
sad
Sad.
day. And I feel like it was even more sad when we found out who it was.
Yes.
Lil Wayne. Oh my gosh. What did you think when it was revealed that it was Lil Wayne?
I don't think I was thinking anymore. I was just staring at him like, is that real? Like, he is on this show right now? But then he said the sweetest things. He's like, I dressed up as the robot for my kids. And I was like, oh, man, that's so cool. It's very cool that he would do a show like that. You wouldn't think that in a million years.
No.
Right. When I heard the song, I was like, okay, he's singing Lenny Kravitz, but that's definitely not Lenny Kravitz. I know Lenny's voice, and just the way it sounded, I was like, okay. I was thinking of like a million Lil Wayne songs. I was like, no, this can't be him. But then I was like, I wonder if Lil Wayne decided he wanted to switch it up and like have some fun, you know?
Yeah.
And when they revealed, I was just like, of course, Lil Wayne with those diamond teeth. I was just like, wow,
so cool. He's so cool.
I was so sad that it was exciting to see the first episode that it was such a big artist that was revealed, but then it was sad because it was like, dang it.
Right.
Like, is he the one?
Right. I wish you could have held on until the end.
Yeah.
So
I would like to know what other songs he would have sung. That was my thing.
Just like his own.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just like Sing How to Love and be like, oh, that sounds just like Lil Wayne. Okay.
And then the judges' reactions on top of that, they were all stunned.
Yes.
And then we had our guest judge that we didn't get to talk about at the beginning, but Jamie Foxx was the guest judge on the first episode, which I thought he brought some goodness to the mix with the judges.
And he brought some funny and some wit, and he knows everything about music. So he embodies the perfect judge to me.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was a little disappointed that he didn't sing because Jamie Foxx can really sing. I love Jamie Foxx's voice, but like I thought he was gonna like just interject with a couple of singing, you know, because that's what he does, and I was like disappointed. But
see, I thought it was interesting too because last season everyone thought that Jamie Foxx was the Fox.
Yeah.
So I thought he was going to actually be on this season, so I was disappointed just to see him as a judge because I thought he was going to be on the show.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
But nonetheless, he was there. They were all shocked that Lil Wayne was the first one to go in the first episode.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the second episode.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have the reveal of the llama.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And as we found out, the llama is Drew Carey.
Yes.
So what did you think of that?
He's so sweet.
Right.
He was so happy to be there, it looked like. And he's got a killer voice for being Drew Carey.
Yeah, total shock about with him. And when they said about the whole thing with it being by cannons and the fact that he was in the Marine Reserves and worked around artillery, I was like, okay, so that makes sense. And plus, Marines love to sing. Everybody in the armed forces loves to sing. That's what they do, get drunk and sing. But I just didn't think, Drew Carey would be here. But
And the Seattle thing.
Yeah.
They clarified that because he owns this part of the Seattle soccer team.
yeah.
How are we supposed to know that?
Right.
Exactly.
I learned a lot about him just in that episode.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you're bomb.
Because I was like, wait a minute, isn't he from like Ohio?
Yeah.
Why is the Seattle thing threw me off completely? Like,
Yeah.
man.
And it threw the judges off, but our guest judge on the second episode was Jason Biggs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He brought some goodness to it, too.
He did.
Yeah.
He clearly likes the show
Yeah.
and understood, for the most part, how it worked. I thought he had great ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him as a guest host too. I mean, he's not like a singer or anything like that, but he's like a fan of the show, and like he comes in there with the quick little lines and puns, to counteract with Ken and the rest of the guests, and I think it's smooth. What else I think is smooth is how each of these two guests also have shows on Fox
Of
that they
course.
just plugged in there super
Duh.
smooth. Jamie Foxx the first week, Jason Biggs the next. Like, man,
perfect.
just super smooth the way they did that.
It is sad, though, you're right, because when you see them, you're like, oh, they could have been a guest on the show. Like, Jason Biggs would have been a contestant. He'd have been a great contestant on the show.
know.
I don't know if he can sing or not, but he's one of those names.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it was a great first two episodes.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what's in store tomorrow.
Yes.
But in the meantime, Rob, I know you have some news.
Yes, I do have some news. So two things, guys. Number one, Nicole Scherzinger, from her band, the Pussycat Dolls, they dropped a new song on the 7th called React. I've only seen portions of the video, but for all of you and all of you at home, definitely watch that video. It was nice. And the second thing, Foxx their Masked Singer channel on YouTube, they dropped a hint that tomorrow a legend will be revealed. Ooh. And there was a still shot of the Miss Monster.
No.
So I don't know if she's on the chopping block yet, but I mean, let's see. This could be one of those things that they do to throw us off. Either way, I'm excited.
Exactly. That's the thing. You want them to stay, but you also want to know who they are.
Right.
So it's like a da-da-da.
Oh my God, you guys. Well, you guys have to tune in with us tomorrow.
Yes.
Because we're going to be holding on to our seats and hoping that Miss Monster is not going home.
Yes.
But in the meantime, you guys can catch us on our social medias. You can catch me at Bria Williams _ on Instagram.
And I am at Hey Trina Dong on Instagram.
And I am at Rob Stilo, that's STEELO on Instagram.
We will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in with us as we catch up on the first 2 episodes of The Masked Singer. See ya.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.